Welcome back to another episode of the Student of the Game podcast. I'm your host, Kyle Spain, and again, I am blessed to be here, blessed to be accompanied by another special guest. Went to George Washington University, then to San Jose State, played in at least 7 different countries: Philippines, Singapore, Korea, Bahrain, Portugal, Japan, Mexico for at least 9 years. And, I don't have anybody that I looked up to, but if there was one person that I would have to choose, it would be this man, high school legend in my area where I grew up playing, introducing my man, Marquin Chandler. What is good, brother man?
Not too much, man. Just enjoying this Monday so far, jumping on this with you, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate the intro.
Absolutely. I appreciate you taking the time and jumping on, man. This is a crazy one for me because, like I said, there's not too many. It's crazy because a lot of people that I talk to, they always ask me who my favorite player was or who my favorite team was. And, I didn't really watch basketball like that. And so I didn't really have anybody. So, again, coming up in high school, before high school, that Newark team that you was rocking on, man, that was definitely a team that I was following, a team that I looked up to. And you were one of those players that I looked up to, bro. So again, I appreciate you coming on. This is dope, bro.
Appreciate that, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
man. So, man, we'll start off. I got a couple questions for you. We'll start off with how you even got started on playing basketball, man.
Man, I mean, far back as I could remember, my dad played. Um, I remember I was 2 years old. He got me the Dr. J court for the
Okay.
house. And I got that on Christmas. That's where I think that's where the true love started when I got that court and was able to like play every day all the time and not have to like go somewhere and do it, but actually have it in my house kind of like started the love for me. And then me and that court, man, put a lot of hours in and I just built from there. But that's how I got started though.
Now, are you from Newark?
No, I'm from
No,
Oakland.
you're from Oakland, right? So how'd you end up at Newark?
Crazy story. So 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 I was born born in Berkeley,
Okay,
out the
that's what
base
I
and
saw.
raised in Oakland. So I played. So when I was in junior high school at Bret Hart, I played for Fremont High School in Oakland.
All right.
And then when I went to high school, I'm from 35th, so my area was Skyline. So my 10th grade year, I did Skyline. 10th grade, I went out for varsity. I felt like I should have made it. I didn't make it.
Okay.
So two of my friends made it, and then all the rest of my friends made JV. So once I saw the JV squad, I'm like, man, I'm not tripping. I'm rocking with JV.
All right.
So I started JV, and we started scrimmaging varsity, and we started serving them, started handling business. Not
All
saying we
right.
was beating them all the time, but we would beat them here and there.
Yeah.
But I was giving them work. So the coach tried to move me up, but I had a lot of pride. I had a lot of pride in me, and all my friends was down there. So I'm like, nah, I'm gonna just stay JV. So we won JV league. We won the league. Killed it. I got moved up to varsity, but by that time, like me and the varsity coach didn't see eye to eye because I kept telling him no to
Yeah.
try to move me up.
So he was feeling some type of
So
way.
he was definitely feeling away. So once the season was over, naturally the best players move up. So I moved up. So after our last game, I remember it vividly. We played Tech, our last game, and we lost. And getting on the bus, he was like, "Now you gotta play for me." And I was like, "Nah, I'm cool." So this is the wildest story. So I was really supposed to go to El Cerrito.
Okay. That's crazy.
So I grew up with Drew Gooden. Like his dad and my dad is like best friends. So Drew went to El Cerrito. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go to El Cerrito. Me and my cousin Jamal Hill, who ended up going to El Cerrito.
Yeah.
So after Skyline, we both had an address to use. So he used the address first and he got accepted. And I waited a little bit. They told me to wait. And then I used the address a little bit after it, but I think I was 4 days too late to
What? Okay.
transfer. So I couldn't transfer to El Cerrito.
Oh,
So, my Aunt Beth and my Uncle Wendell, they lived in Newark pretty much forever.
yeah.
So I would always go there and kind of scrimmage Newark and stuff. So after I couldn't get into El Cerrito, I applied for Newark and
That's
ended up getting into
crazy.
Newark, and that's how I got to Newark.
Dang, so you ended up going to Newark your junior and senior year then.
Yeah,
Dang,
yeah.
that's crazy. All right, so you get to Newark. And well, did before that, did you play any AAU basketball prior to that?
Yeah, I was playing on the Magic. Same kind of similar story. Went out for the Soldiers. They wanted my cousin Wayne,
Uh,
Wayne Oliver. And so they was high on Wayne. I ain't make it like I wanted to, so I went over to Magic with Capus Hope, and I stayed there. And that's when we we had a crazy team over there.
right,
Yeah,
that's
but yeah, I played for the Magic.
you get to Newark, man, because Newark was stacked, bro. Y'all teams was stacked. At least looking from my point of view. Obviously, I was a little bit younger,
Yeah,
a seventh, sixth grade. But how that end up popping up? You get to Newark, and man, I remember Matt Rasmussen too. You and Matt, that boy had
yeah,
bounce. Man, y'all had a
yeah.
squad. Y'all definitely had probably the best squad in Newark history. But how was that
Nah,
experience, man? Getting
y'all
to
y'all
Newark?
had the best squad. So I'm gonna tell you, squad wise, y'all had the best. I'm gonna tell you how I went though. So when I first came to Newark, Newark wasn't really that good. Like I think they only had like one league title before I got there. When I first went out there and played in the summer with Newark, we had Kahari Lance. We had
Oh,
Kahari there.
all right.
So nobody knew Kahari, but Kahari he was a 6'7", like 6'7", maybe 6'8", like lefty guard. He was like Lamar Odom.
Uh,
Like that motherfucker was good. So I'm like, damn. So I look at the team, I'm like, damn, me and Kahari, this gonna be trouble. We about to run through some shit.
yeah.
So excuse my language, we
Nah, you
cussing
all
on here?
good, bro. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. So I'm like, we about to run through some shit. So before the season start, Kahari transfers. So I'm like,
Dang.
fuck.
All right.
So first I had to get over like the culture shock of it
Okay.
because it was like Newark. I only
Yeah.
lived in Oakland my whole
Yeah.
life. So like I was used to like it being fast,
Yeah.
crazy, and I
Right.
got to Newark and it was like culture shock
Calm
for me.
in.
Yeah, I had to get over that, but the thing was Newark was hella welcoming. But kind of like the transition made it easy. Once we started playing and I kind of like saw our team, I was like, we pretty good in some areas, but I see what I was gonna have to do. So when I played for Skyline, I played point guard.
That's
So when I came Yep. When I
it.
came over, I played point guard. So
All
when I
right.
got to Newark, Coach Ashmore was like, "We got point guards. You not playing point guard. You too big to be a point guard. Like you gonna have to play down low." I fought it for a while.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Um,
I know what that's like.
but what he did, what I didn't realize was he made Coach with that move made me a complete player
Yeah.
because now I could play inside and out. I was
Yeah.
just mainly focused on like playing on the wing and dribbling and shooting and stuff. So he made me like a complete player. But my junior year team was a good year because I think that was like our like first like stab at it, like getting together, like building a team. This was kind of like my team. First time really being like I was a leader on the JV team, but that was JV. You know what I'm saying? This is like
Yeah.
varsity first time, we playing like preseason tournaments. I'm kind of like seeing the team. So I'm like, damn, we got a pretty good team, but we just don't know each other. So like during that season, we was doing good. We was like back and forth, back and forth. And then I remember vividly we played Logan the first
Mm.
game in league at our house and they beat us
Mm.
and they
Logan
celebrated
rivals.
on our course. Oh yeah, and they celebrated on the court. My God, they
Huh.
celebrated on our court. And I sat there and watched it. And after that, I was like, I'll never lose to these motherfuckers again.
Huh.
Like at that point, I was like mad. So like shit. After that, we went 11-0. So
Uh.
we just ran through league, and that's when we like. I think we ran through league, then we got the playoffs. I think we ran through NCS, and that's when I think we got our first NCS championship, if I'm not mistaken. Then we lost in NorCal. I forgot the team we lost to, and that was on me. That
Uh.
loss was on me. I wasn't strong enough to handle. Man, I forget it. It was a big white boy, man. Like that motherfucker could play, and he was strong, and I
Okay.
had nothing for him. So like I could kind of match him with points, but the time I
Yeah.
needed like timely stops, I
Yeah.
wasn't physically strong enough for him.
Got it.
But so he got me. He got me on that one. And then Matt came senior year.
All right.
I didn't know if you got a question in between. I don't want to
Nah,
ramble
go
on,
ahead.
but
Nah, you already know. I gotta ask. But we'll get to
Hmm.
that. The battle of the Chandlers. You already know. We gotta get to
Okay. All right. Then
that.
I'll lead up to that then. So, all right. So Ashmore to this day is still my favorite coach.
Absolutely.
First off, you already know he fiery as shit. He
Yeah,
crazy in a
bro.
motherfucker. That
He don't
motherfucker is
take
crazy.
he don't take shit from nobody either, bro.
Anybody. So like my dad was crazy. So his crazy wasn't my dad crazy, but it was crazy enough for me to respect it.
Yeah.
But I respected it because it was passion. He was
Yeah.
passionate. I was crazy too, but I was passionate. So it's like that like lined up. So like I trusted him like with anything. He tell me something, I'm just do it. Like I trusted him. Like that was the one coach I probably like never really questioned. So senior years roll around, Matt Rasmussen transfers in from
Yeah.
Napa. So coach come tell me like we got this kid from Napa coming in. He about 6'4", play like a power forward. He like a football player, real
Yeah.
athletic, and run and jump and do all the stuff. So I'm like, cool. I'm like, now I got somebody like kind of down here with me that could bang with me.
Yeah.
We had Nick, and Nick was good, but Nick wasn't really like a banger that was like athletic. He was like he played a good ass role for us, but not the role like where I needed like a 1-2 punch.
Yeah.
So Matt came in and was like the 1-2 punch. But I don't think people know. And I was just talking about this with Rob Hoffman. Shout out Rob.
Rob.
So after we lost to Logan, we went 11-0, and then we ran through, and then we lost in NorCal. What people don't know is from that loss, we didn't lose a game until the state. Like I didn't lose a game
Dang.
that whole summer. Like me personally,
Yeah.
like that summer was like I think that's when like I definitely got stronger. That last game told me I had to get stronger. I got stronger, and then my body kind of like developed a little bit more. Where I was like that summer, I was like peak. I was like at my peak that summer. Me personally, I didn't lose a game that summer from AAU to high school. Like we went the Magic. We took 5 players from Oakland. Me, Paul Marigny, Jamal Hill, P40, Kellen Dixon, RP Kellen, and Eben Glenn, who when did track at Oregon. We took 5 players to Vegas to the big time tournament in Vegas and won with
Yeah.
5 players.
With 5 players.
With 5 players, 5 players. We took a kid from the stands that was from Reno just in case somebody got in foul trouble. We won Vegas with 5 players.
Dang, y'all won the big time tournament with five
We won the
players?
big time play with 5 players. And we
That's
beat, I
crazy.
forget, we beat like the LA All Stars or something with 5 people. Like we ran the table on everybody. But that summer I didn't lose a game. Not
That's
one game. I didn't
crazy.
lose. Like with Newark, we played everybody. We played Modesto Christian. We was playing everybody at that
Yeah.
time. So going into the senior year, we was like before season even started, and
Yeah.
I was in like rare form. I was ready to go. Man, I mean, we was assholes too. Like I used to bring a boom box with me, and we would literally put the boom box on the court facing towards the other team, and we would play Nas, Whose World Is This, and play that shit before the games, and then whoop their ass.
That's
Like
crazy.
going into senior year, all our the early tournaments, like we won all the tournaments, of
Yeah.
course, like we won everything. I won MVP every tournament. I was like, I think I might have been averaging like 30 at that time. And I remember like we were probably like 7-0, 8-0. And Coach Ashmore sat me down. He was like, I want to talk to you. I'm like, what's going on, coach? He's like, I don't really see us losing the game. He said it to me. He's like, I'm
Uh,
looking at the schedule and the way we playing. I don't see us losing the game. But if you want to like go undefeated and not lose a game, you gotta bring Matt along with you. And I
okay.
was like, what you mean? He was like, we all know you can score the shit off the ball. We all know that. Like everybody know that. But you gotta get them involved more because you need the 1-2 punch so they can't focus on you.
Yeah.
So if you bring him up and scale back a little bit, they won't know how to stop us.
Coach
So
Ashmore is smart
after
as shit, boy.
smart as fuck, smart as fuck. And so first, like, so I attributed junior year, he made me a complete player because I had to learn the post. Senior year, he taught me how to win. So senior year, when we did that, I scaled scoring back 10 points.
Okay.
I went down from 30 to 20, and Matt went from like I think he was at like 11. He went from 11 to 20, and we both doing 20 a game. So like coach just trusted me and I trusted him. And he kind of like just like kind of let me like rock
Yeah.
because he knew I was like learning like how to win. I knew how to win a game. Like I started like, all right, this is what we gotta do to win a game. But what we was also doing was like we were so tight as like a unit,
Yeah.
as like a team, like we did everything together. We hung together, we partied together, like we held each other accountable. Wasn't nobody slacking off and somebody wasn't saying nothing. But I was also like a leader, like I cuss you out and get on you. But you could do the same to me if I'm
Yeah.
bullshitting.
Yeah.
So if I was be like, step it up, motherfucker, you could come back and say that same shit to me with no emotions,
Yeah.
without me being like, don't talk to me like that or nothing like
Yeah.
that. I'll be like, my bad, I got you, I got you. So we
Yeah.
we had that cohesiveness where we was like a unit. So we played for each other. So what people don't know, my son kind of doing it right now. Out of them 32 games, out of them 33 games, I might have only played the fourth quarter, maybe 15.
Man, because y'all was just running through people like that. That's crazy.
So what it was like we made it a point to like jump out early. Defense, we was crazy.
Yeah, bro.
Our defense and our press was crazy. So like we would jump out early and make it a point not to play. Like I used to love not playing the fourth and letting the bench play and letting
Yeah.
all my brothers play,
Yeah.
and they get like real minutes, not like throw them
Yeah.
in the
Cause
game
them
with a
two.
minute 30 left, and then they one or two of these motherfuckers get a shot up, and then it's like, oh yeah, man, No, these motherfuckers would play like the whole quarter, and we would just
Dang.
sit down and be like them and cheer them on, and you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying, like,
That's
and it
legit.
actually ended up helping us later.
Yeah.
So we now scale back. Matt start playing. Now we throwing alley oops to each other. I'm feeding them. I'm running kind of like a point forward in a sense, like with our guards. Like
Yeah.
you can't press us because then I move the guards out the way and I bring it up, and you got to have like a 4 or 5 on me, and I
Oh,
was dribbling
exact
past them. So
mismatch.
you
Yeah.
couldn't press us. You couldn't like I could throw like a motherfucker. So like I sit behind the defense, and we had plays to run and our fast break shit, I'll throw over the defense. So like you couldn't press us. So like it was hard to like play us. It was hard to
Yeah.
guard us because you didn't know where the offense was coming from. Then we had Brennan, he was shooting his ass off. We had
Yeah.
Cheo coming in, he was doing work. Like we had a lot of people like working. So, you had Rob coming in doing his little stuff because everybody had confidence because everybody played because we didn't play the fourth.
Yeah.
So everybody logged real minutes. So we go through that season, we run through everything, we get to playoffs undefeated. So run through NCS, then we get to NorCal. So we get to a game before the state championship. We played. Who did we? Oh man, I can't think of who we played. All I remember is a game before the championship, and it was on my birthday at Arco Arena, March 11th at Arco
Mm-hmm.
Arena. We playing this the game to go to the state.
Yeah.
They cheated the fuck out of us. They fouled me and Matt out in the third quarter.
Mm.
Third quarter foul us out. Just like fake fouls. Like my
Yeah.
fifth foul was like the craziest shit you could ever seen. Like he literally tried to jump into me and I moved all the way out the way like on some like matrix shit. Like
Yeah.
jumped back so he wouldn't touch me, and they called the call. That's when I took my jersey off, threw my jersey. I went to King's locker room and tore the locker room up. I was like, we about to miss state on my birthday. I lost it. Man, people got pictures of me and my jersey off. I'm hella mad. Like he fouled us out in the fucking third quarter, but this where it came back to help us. All of our bench players
Yeah, because they knew how
were
to play.
comfortable playing minutes. So
Yeah.
they kept the lead and won the game for us.
That's crazy. All
From
right.
the third quarter all the way through the end of the game, your top two scorers. So you lost 40,
Yep.
and our
That's
bench won the fucking game for us and got us to the state. And that was attributed to us like putting teams away and not like caring about individual stats and all of that shit. Like we wanted everybody to play, and that helped us. And then
yeah.
we got to Chandler
Yeah.
versus Chandler. So I'll
Yeah,
let
all
you
right.
ask your question.
Before we get into that, man, before we get into that, because that was crazy. Talk to me about the importance of the of chemistry and how important that is on every basketball team.
Chemistry is everything. So you could take a team full of all stars with no chemistry and they'll go nowhere.
Exactly.
And you could take a team like us. And it's actually dope because our our team is getting inducted into the Hall of Fame on January 15th.
Right. I'm trying to tell you, man, y'all had the best team, and you say that we did, but I want you to explain that. We'll
I'm
get to that in a
explaining. Yeah, I'm
minute.
explaining that. I'm explaining
All
that.
right, go ahead.
So chemistry, right? When I say we did everything together, we did everything together. And
Yeah.
back then, now they got Ballers Life and all that shit.
Yeah.
But back then, it's Sports Focus. That
Yeah.
was everything. Like Sports Focus, we was always kind of like on Sports Focus because we was undefeated. And then I like the producer, me and the producer got pretty cool. He coming to the games, and I'll always like show out when they come and do something like camera worthy and shit
Yeah.
like that when they come. So like, we had a good rapport with them, so they always had us in the studio. But like we always did everything together. So we'd go to the studio together, like we'd hang out after, like we did everything as a unit. It didn't
Yeah.
matter what we were doing. We were a fucking unit. Like we did everything together. And that was on purpose. So like me, my junior year, I used to take bus and BART back and forth from Oakland to Newark every
All right.
fucking day.
Damn, that's
So
crazy.
our chemistry kind of started with Ty and Rob and Brian too. They would let me stay at their houses. So like I would literally stay with Rob some days, Ty
Yeah.
some days, Brian some days, and like alternate. So like when I say we was like family, we was like family. So
Tight.
like we were super tight. So that chemistry built trust up with the team. So like our team, one thing about our team was like everybody knew the hierarchy and everybody knew their roles and what they were good at. And you
Exactly.
did what you were good at. Like I say, we held each other accountable. If you was trying to do extra shit that wasn't your shit,
Huh.
we was on your ass.
Huh.
Like cut that
Okay.
out.
Yeah.
That's not you. That ain't you. We not about to start experimenting in the middle of fucking 20-0 and 25
Yeah.
0 and all. You not about to start experimenting and fuck shit up. You're gonna play your role. Everybody knew their role. They knew the hierarchy. They knew the chain of command, and everybody respected. It wasn't like fuck this motherfucker or nothing like that. It was a couple of us that personally I wouldn't say didn't get along,
Okay.
but basketball wise, it didn't matter. Once we
Yep.
crossed the lines, none of that shit mattered. If we went out as a group, none of that shit mattered. But, individually, certain people didn't see eye to eye, but it was fine. So, like, everybody had their role. Everybody knew what they was gonna do. Everybody knew what they good at. Everybody knew each other's spots. We knew where we liked to get the ball and all that stuff. So, like, I was kind of like I like led the team in assists. I was kind of like the orchestrator. Like I would give Matt at least two fast breaks a game
Yep.
where I'm just baseballing that shit over the top. We
Yep.
had plays for that. Like Brandon, we knew where to get Brandon his shots at. Like I would just pick my spots where I would go. Like we knew how to let Chael work. Like we knew when Rob came in the game, he liked going right. He liked his little mid range. He would do his little shit. So we knew each other. So
Yeah,
that
bro.
chemistry was so tight, like we didn't hate on each other. Like I said, we didn't play the fourth. I could have easily been like, nah, I want to play. I need
Yeah.
my average higher. I could have easily averaged 25 if I really wanted to, 30 if I really wanted to, but we would have lost some games.
Yeah.
I wanted to win. So like chemistry is the most important. I've been on good teams where we had hella people and it didn't work. Or you get five motherfuckers on the Magic from Oakland and go with five people that got chemistry and go win the big time tournament in
Yep.
Vegas with five.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like chemistry is everything. So I think chemistry get lost in this new day and age because
Absolutely.
basketball now is a one-on-one sport.
It's
Everything
a
is an
lot of
ISO.
politics.
It's a lot of politics, a lot of isolation. It's a lot of home run plays. It's a lot of pretty ass basketball, but the cohesiveness is not there.
Yep.
So like I think in the sport of basketball, that's what's getting lost. So it's like I would say individually, like certain players individually are getting better or more crafty, and you get to travel out your ass. So like you could drag your pivot, you
Yeah.
could do a whole lot of shit
I hate that shit
that we
crazy.
couldn't do. I wish I could have did all this shit back when I was playing and have that gather step and all that shit, step through and pick your pivot up. Oh, shit, I would have
Right.
killed everybody.
That one's the craziest where you can take that extra step out the pivot. Like that's a travel, bro. Like that's crazy how you can do that now.
Shit. If I could have did that in high school and college, my God, because I already had the footwork. If I could have got the extra step, shit, you could add every average I had by 5 easily. Like to get back to what you was asking though, like it was very important. It was very important for chemistry. Chemistry is the most important when it comes to team basketball.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. All right, man. Well, the hype around that state championship game, you got the Chandler from NorCal, and then you got the Chandler from SoCal, and they meet up in the state championship. You got the best player in NorCal and the best player in SoCal meeting up with each other. Both last name is Chandler. Talk to me about the hype of that game.
That game was hype as fuck. So, and I'm gonna talk about this at the Hall of Fame induction. I knew we was gonna lose.
Why
I
so?
knew it. I knew it when we watched game film.
Mm,
So so listen. So it was literally said like we gotta when we found out who we were gonna play because we was waiting to see who win, and then we got the game tape and coach said we played Dominguez Hills,
yeah.
and then he said Compton. So you gotta understand, when we were younger, that Compton to like music wise meant something. That was like NWA and all
Yeah.
that shit. Compton was like what Oakland is to the
Yeah,
Bay.
with some
Compton was
dogs.
like name
Yeah.
wise was to LA. So when he was like Dominguez Hills, Compton, I saw everybody face drop. Like
Drop, yeah, because they was scared.
first off, they
Man,
were scared off the Compton. Then fucking Dominguez had 91 players.
they did.
They had 91 fucking
They were
players on that team. That was
stacked.
the number one. That was the number one team in the nation that year.
Yeah.
They won it all. They won out. Like they had Tyson. That motherfucker was 7-1 as a sophomore. So this
Yeah,
was his
bro.
junior year. Was my senior year. He was already like 7'1", 230. That motherfucker was a deer out there.
Yeah.
He running like a motherfucker, he jumping like a motherfucker. When we put on that game film, and the crazy thing was, are they best player? Are they second best? If however you want to say it with Tyson, was they point guard. And that motherfucker, I forget his name. He played like Baron Davis, but he was hurt. He
Mm.
didn't even play. But when we watched the highlights and he was playing, everybody was shook. Like, oh shit. I'm looking around. I'm like, man, we lost already. Man, these motherfuckers. Motherfuckers gave up. So
Before the game even started.
before the game even started, so I'm like, man, if we got a chance, I'm gonna have to get out quick and fucking get a rhythm. It was hella hype. I'm reading all the newspapers, Chandler versus Chandler, who's the best Chandler, and
Yeah.
this and Newark doesn't have a chance with Dominguez, even though they undefeated and blah blah blah. So I'm reading all the newspapers, I'm looking at all the hype, I'm like, damn, okay, this shit really going down. But for me, it's like I'm 32 going into the state game, my senior year.
Yeah.
I can't get no better than this.
Yep.
So for me, it was like I was just happy about the game. I'm like, all right, these motherfuckers got 9 D1s. I'm talking about legit D1s.
Yeah.
Like they 6, 7 men went to Arizona State. I'm talking about legit. So I'm watching them in warm-ups. I'm like, damn, these motherfuckers is big, they're athletic.
Yeah.
I'm like, shit. They power forward was a football player. He went to college for football instead of basketball. That motherfucker was a house. Like, so I'm like looking, I'm like, damn, we got a tall task. The game starts. So we kind of like say something to each other like, oh, Chandler, Chandler, we kind of do that little
Yeah.
early little shit. But they came in on their Compton shit trying to punk us. We this little school at Newark, they came on their shit, but like all that shit they was doing, I was like, I
Nah.
mean, that shit didn't affect me. I ain't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I'm from Oakland, nigga. I don't care
Yeah.
about
Type
none of
shit,
this
bro.
shit. Look, yeah, look at the stands. Nigga. That whole section is me. Like, I don't care about what y'all got
Yeah.
going on over here. So, but they came on their shit how they was supposed to. So the game started and I jumped on their ass quick.
Yeah.
So like they put Tyson on me to start the game. And he come on his shit, but he don't know like my style. So
Yeah.
I backed his ass up to NBA. And once I think I hit that third three in the first quarter, they switched off me quick and went to that boxing one. Man,
Uh.
yeah, they took Tyson off me hella fast, and they brought in Steve Moore. He went to Arizona State. He ended up going to Arizona State with Maul. Steve Moore, they brought in Steve Moore to guard me, and then they boxed and won me. So I still was able to get stuff off, but then it
Yeah,
seemed like that boxing one went to a triangle and two. Like
man.
once they, because it was one pivot, it was two pivotal plays in the game. So Matt went up for a layup, and Tyson like caught that shit like perfect, like a volleyball spike, and he
Mm.
slapped that shit like across. He slapped it. The shit hit the backboard, went across, and went out of bounds on the other side of the court. Right, and the crowd went crazy. Like, oh, like I mean, he threw that shit. So the rest of the game, every time Matt catch the ball, he looking
Right,
for
he
it.
was looking.
Tyson, man, took him out the game. And then it was a play, Brendan and that power forward, the football guy. They kind of like I forgot how it happened, but they kind of bump each other and fall on each other. So dude fall first and Brandon fall on top of him. But Brandon
Man,
don't get up fast. So Brandon kind of land there. Dude straight bench press Brandon and then slam him. Boom. And then Brandon jump up, dude jumped up faster. And Brandon's like, "Wha-" After that,
done.
Brandon and Matt, 3 for 28 combined.
Damn.
So I think they had 7 points combined.
That's
So,
crazy, bro.
and then when all that happened, they went on a little run and they was up probably like almost close to 20 on us. And then they put their bench in. I'm like, all right. So then we cut that motherfucker down hella quick to like 8, and then made them put their starters back in. Like,
Mm.
we ain't weak, man.
Yeah,
Like, yo, you got everybody shook, but one thing about us, we ain't weak. Like, we know how to win a fucking game.
yeah.
You play with us with these bench. Even though they D1 players, they not your guys. Play with us, and we gon' so we cut that shit down. Then we end up losing by like 12. But at the end of the game, they all came and gave it was solid. It was solid. Like after that, like I was happy. I wasn't happy that we lost,
Yeah.
but I was happy I played in the state, and I was happy to know it took the number one team in the nation to
Yeah.
beat us
Yeah.
that year because
Yeah,
we ran
bro.
through everything else.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, Chandler versus
That's
Chandler, that was cool though.
that shit was so hyped too, especially for me coming up, man. We had all the basketballs. It was like Newark is going to state, man. This shit was hype on my end, bro. So that's legit.
Yeah, it was dope. It was you know what was dope? It was dope watching the whole city come.
Yeah.
Like they shut the school down so
Did they?
everybody could come to the game. Yeah,
That's
they shut the school
crazy.
down. So we had literally like half the fucking school at the game.
Yeah.
Parents, students, everybody that come to the game. I mean, I can tell y'all now you're welcome because we built y'all that stadium.
Yeah.
We built y'all the stadium.
Facts. Dude, that's crazy. That stadium is wild.
Yeah, we built y'all the new gym. Like
Yeah.
you gotta understand, like I never experienced that till I played professionally overseas in some countries where it was I literally used to have to go get my mom and my sister and all them in the game because it was a line an hour and a half before the game. And it'd be sold out hour plus before the game, like standing room only,
Yeah.
kind of like court, like rapping the court shit. Like that shit was like we never had a game that wasn't sold out. We
That's
never had a
wild.
game that you could go look and be like, oh, it's 3 seats right there.
Huh.
Like if you didn't get there 2 hour, hour and a half, 2 hours for the game, like if you didn't get there when we got there, you probably wasn't getting a seat.
That's crazy. I believe
Like
it. I
like that
believe
shit
it.
was like some rock star shit.
Yeah.
We had the city in a chokehold. That shit was like it used to be wild. Like I used to have to leave the court, go outside, and bring my mom and all them through the locker room onto the court so they could get a seat, and I would have to keep a little section for them. Like I made everybody kind of keep a section for
On
them.
some
They had the
college
same
shit. That's
section. They
crazy.
had the same section every game because you wasn't getting in. There'd be 100 people outside that's not getting in.
People was leaving upset.
Yeah. Come early next time,
Yeah.
or come to a road game. That's what it
Yeah.
used to have to be like, or come to the road game. Because if
Yeah.
you home game sold out
Oh,
quick.
bro.
So like, yeah, bro, like that team was special. That team was special because of our chemistry. Now, if you want to get to the question of why I feel your team was better,
Yeah.
we could jump into that if you ain't
Yeah.
got no more questions in between.
Go ahead.
Y'all had, so I used to come back on purpose to play against y'all.
Mm.
I used to come back on purpose. Coach used to have me come back to kind of like fuck Devon up.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because okay, go ahead.
He
Go
was
ahead.
soft as shit.
Yeah.
You know it. But he was a big ass baby.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah, he
big as
developed.
fuck, but he
Yeah.
didn't know. He
Yeah.
didn't he didn't know his body.
Yeah. He just
And he
started
was
playing when
still
he was a
kind of goofy.
freshman. That was like
Yeah.
his first year. Yeah.
Yeah. So you know I know what I'm talking. He didn't
Yeah.
know his body. He
Yeah.
didn't know. So I used to come back and kill him just to make him like compete.
Yeah.
Because now you just everybody getting out your way because you could dunk like a motherfucker. So, but you think this how the game gonna go? This not how the
Right.
game gonna go. Somebody gonna be able to get in your way, and then what you gonna do? So I used to come and just kill him, and then I would watch him. I was watching them develop. I was like, okay, okay, and then you were developing. And the coach would always tell me because I would talk to coach a lot, so I knew everything that was going on.
Oh,
And then y'all had Trey.
yeah.
So Trey used to come play with us when he was in
Yeah.
middle school a lot. Like our open gyms, Trey was there a lot. So like I like Trey. So I used to like I don't want to say I like brought him all the way under my wing, but I kind of did. Like I worked for his
Yeah.
dad. I worked at the barbecue spot. Like I knew the
Shit, no
family. So
bullshit. Okay.
yeah, I worked at the barbecue spot. I worked at it.
Mm.
I worked. Um I knew all of them. So Trey, I was like, come on, like, cause I saw him like this motherfucker could hoop.
Yeah,
So
bro.
once I saw y'all like around y'all junior year, I was like, oh shit, y'all got the team that could win state because you had the point guard, you had the forward, you had the center,
Yep.
and all y'all was D1. You gotta understand, I was the only one D1 on my team.
Yep. Yep.
So we had a crazy team, but you gotta understand, I was only D1. I
Man,
mean, Chael played D1. You know, he had to go through his route, but he did a little D1. But I was only like D1 scholarship player.
and so you think it was y'all chemistry that I mean, because I from looking from the outside in, every like you mentioned that everyone played their role, and I felt like you guys
Yeah,
had every spot accounted for, 1 through 5, and I felt
because
like you,
everybody knew their role.
yeah, because so you guys were loaded in that sense. No, no disrespect to my teammates. I felt like we had Trey, myself, and Devon, but we didn't have no legitimate like role players that were like, okay, this is what I do, and this is how we're going to win. So I felt
Nah,
like we
you
lacked
know,
in that area.
you didn't have a defined leader. Who was
Yeah,
y'all leader?
yeah, no, I can't even tell you.
Yeah, you can't. I was the leader.
Yeah, that's crazy because I believe we should have gotten the state too. We lost to Sarah.
I was at the game.
Man, we should have won that
You
game,
lost
bro.
to what's name? Damn, what's my boy name? Light skin played
Yeah,
overseas
light
too.
skin, bro.
Yeah, I was like, damn, they beat y'all. I was disappointed. I was at the game.
Yeah, bro.
Um, y'all didn't have a leader.
Yeah.
Y'all had three really good fucking players. Y'all see the thing is, team wise, y'all had the best team in
Mm,
Newark history. Even though Trey little brother and that team went to state too and
yeah.
lost. Y'all player wise, y'all had the best team. Y'all just didn't have the identity.
Yeah.
See, the thing was, I was the identity, but I was like how OKC is now. When I did an interview, everybody was behind me. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I wasn't like trying to be the standalone. Like no, like I sacrificed. Put it like this: I probably sacrificed being a McDonald's to win.
Really? That's heavy.
I'm not saying I would have been.
Nah.
Numbers wise, I had a shot. I was averaging over 30 for the
Yeah.
first probably like 7, 8 games, and I could have did that throughout the whole season. Like at that point in time, like scoring was so easy to me, and my body developed. So I
Yeah.
was like, that's when I had all my hops. That's when my jumper was good. My handle was tight. Like I was a gym rat. I was playing basketball 2, 3 times a day. Like after practice, I was going to play with the adults. I was playing with my dad and them. Like I was going to all the open gym. Like I'd fuck around and be there Sunday and Gary Payton in there. And be in there fucking Tuesday, Hook in there. I'd be in there sometimes Brian Shaw and them would come in there. I played everywhere and I went at everybody. So like I wasn't scared of shit. Nothing in
Yeah.
high school scared me. Like Dominguez didn't scare me. I still led that game in scoring. With the boxing one and fucking triangle two shit. Like I still had my 20. Like you wasn't gonna stop it.
Mm.
Like I literally took 10 points off my average to make us win. Not to make us win because we was winning, but
All
to
right.
I guess you could say ensure that
Yeah.
we had a chance to go 32-0.
Yeah.
So like they knew I was sacrificing. So it was like respect given, you know? It's like they know like when we needed a bucket or game getting close, they know where to go. Like it's not a question. Like you're not gonna go shoot no dumb shot, I'll chew you the fuck out.
Oh.
Like give me the ball. That was the identity. So we had the identity. I was the closer. I was the one that could handle the pressure. I was the one that was going to take the pressure off of all of them. They knew
Yeah.
that. Y'all had three good players, and you was borderline NBA, and Devon was NBA. Devon, I just wish he left after his freshman year, Cal. But y'all didn't have the top dog. Y'all had three dogs.
Yeah.
But you gotta understand that don't work when
Yeah.
it comes to winning championships.
Yeah, chemistry. We didn't have that. Our chemistry wasn't like that. Even though we played together prior to that, but we wasn't kicking it like that. We weren't homies like that. Even my senior
Mhm.
year, we didn't. Man, it was. I was on a solo mission my senior year. I was in the weight room at lunchtime, weight room. After school, and everyone else was like hanging out and doing all of that shit. So the chemistry
That
was
wasn't a
definitely
fly.
different. Yeah,
So you gotta understand with us, that wasn't gonna fly. Like we would
yeah,
chew you out. That's where I say accountability, where the
yeah,
accountability piece came in for us. Accountability wise, we wasn't going for that. If I was in the
yeah,
gym, you was in the gym. Cause I was
yeah,
in the gym.
yeah,
Like you wasn't gonna find me not in the gym. So if I'm in the gym and you ain't in the gym, you gonna hear my mouth.
yeah, bro.
And at
Yeah.
that time you didn't want to hear my mouth. You know, you really
Yeah,
didn't.
yeah, we didn't have
Because
nobody like that. Yeah, we
y'all
didn't have
didn't have
nobody
somebody to hold
to
y'all
hold
all accountable and hold the
exactly.
team together. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Like when it got rocky, they knew where to go. All
yep,
right, give me the ball. All right, let me settle this shit down. If I need to go on a solo mission, I will. But most of the time, I didn't have to.
yeah,
So it's like we had that identity. That's why I say we knew the pecking order. It was a
yep,
pecking order. I'm big dog.
yep,
We all big dogs though, but I'm big
yeah,
dog.
yep, yep.
If I'm gonna run through this fucking wall, you gonna run through this fucking wall. There's
Dang,
no other way around it.
yep, that's
Or
crazy.
I'm gonna get on your ass, or and we could take it wherever you want to,
Yeah,
because it was really like that then. So, but we were so dialed in with our team, it wasn't no need for that.
yeah,
We been all got all that shit out the
yeah,
way early. Like even when Matt first got there, they was kind of reluctant because our chemistry was there from the junior year, and then we
yeah.
did all our summer when we didn't lose in the summer, we didn't have Matt.
Got it.
So we did all that shit without Matt. Then Matt came.
And so he just
So
jumped
then it
in.
was kind of like he jumped in on a well built machine.
Yep.
So it was like some people was like, nah, kind of like pushed off, and I was like rolling. So that's when Coach kind of like had that talk and kind of like
Yeah.
brought it all together. And then when we brought it all together, because he was like feeling like an outsider too, because he just came from Napa. He didn't know anybody. He didn't come early where he was able to like get the chemistry with us. He kind of just came in as school started. So it
Yeah.
was like somebody else trying out for the team. You know what I'm saying? Not like, hey, we got somebody coming in that we about to incorporate into our system. It was like we had to bring him in, but that's where the leadership came in because it was like, no, we need him. And then coach told me we need him.
Yeah.
So get in line, nigga. We need him. So we not talking about this shit no more. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
bro.
Like this what it's about to be. So talent wise, y'all had the most talent by far.
Man,
Like
that's
you and
crazy.
Devon could have played. You and Devon could have played league.
Yeah.
Devon definitely should. Like Devon, like I said, if he'd have left after his freshman year, he would have had a great NBA career because they would have let him develop in the NBA. Because I think, and I don't want to speak for him, but just outside looking in and being older and already being through those politics, he had Leon and Allende.
Yep.
So he had people to cover him up. And
Yep.
Leon was number two in the nation coming out. We all knew Leon was going.
Yep.
So his role was like the new role of the NBA now, where you just a rebounder, shot blocker, screener role. finish. Then you got to understand back then in our time, the centers, you had to average 20 and 10. That's what
Yeah.
the NBA looked like.
Yeah.
This 2000, 2005, this is Shaq at his height. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
This
bro.
is Dream on the backswing. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? This is, you got Alonzo Mourning, you got centers. 20 and 10 was the
Yeah.
standard.
Yeah.
Vaughn was at Cal, and he didn't have to do 20 and 10 because he had Leon. So he
Leon.
was
Yep.
the new center. Go block some shots, grab the rebounds, play solid defense, run the floor. We don't need you to score.
Yeah.
When the spotlight came on him, it's not see people will be like, nah, he wasn't good enough. Basketball players that don't really play, that don't really know, that never went like levels. If that wasn't your role, you don't just turn that on the next
Yeah.
season.
Yep. Yep.
You can't
Exactly.
just go from a 6 point guy to a 18 point guy just because the floor opened up.
Yep.
Like you don't have the muscle memory, you don't have your feet don't work like you need them to because you never played that role. Like that takes a couple years to like
To
get under your
develop.
belt.
Yeah.
So it just put him, it's like you were playing in the crowd and then the crowd went away. So now
Right.
they
It
could
was
just
just
really
focused.
see you.
Yep.
And that's where like he was 10 years too early. Because if he
Mm.
was Devon, if that same Devon was at Cal 10 years later, when you start getting all these bigs that they don't want to score anymore,
Yeah.
he would have had a great career. Look at Tyson Chandler.
Yeah.
Tyson Chandler was never looked at as a scorer.
That's
He was a
crazy.
rebounder,
Yeah.
shot blocker, run the court, finish you with a dunk.
Yep.
How many
Yep. And that
times
was
were they
Devon's
throwing it
game.
down to Tyson where he was making moves and doing that wasn't his game.
Yep.
Pick and roll to the rim, throw the alley oop, play hard defense. That was Devon's game. He
Yep.
was just early.
Yep. I mean, like I said, he came in freshman year, and that was like his first year playing basketball. Like
Hmm.
he didn't have his feet under him. He was uncoordinated, and it wasn't until his junior senior year to where he would really started to kick it in.
Hmm.
So yeah, no, that shit's crazy, bro. That's crazy. All right, well, after that game, led you. How'd you get to George Washington? What was your scholarship process look like?
I don't know if I don't know if you can see
That
that.
sports focus, yeah.
The player of the year. So
Yeah.
this would led me to George Washington. Boy, you getting some gems. So I was such an Oakland kid. In my family, it was just how we was. It's just how we was living. We didn't like I knew before I was 10 years old, if I wanted to go to college, I had to get a scholarship.
Uh,
I didn't know I had to take the SAT.
dang. So that's what got
And
you.
then after we won Vegas with those 5 players,
Yeah.
hell the school's on me after that.
I mean, I would assume so.
But this the thing. I didn't know about the processes. I didn't know
Yeah.
about none of that. Then that same summer, that was the first year they had the Super 60 camp for California.
Yeah.
And I won everything in that. I won MVP, top scorer, top senior, and the MVP of the camp. So after that, that's when I started getting all the offers. That's when Baylor was on me heavy. I really wanted to go to Baylor. That's when Baylor was on me heavy. I had Stanford on me till they saw my transcripts, and then they said, hell no. I had Arizona State, Washington State, GW, St. Mary, San Jose. I think I had Santa Barbara, UOP. I had a good amount of schools on me. So
Yeah.
coach came in there one day. He was like, "Man, you getting all these letters, man. What's your SAT? You qualified yet?" And I literally looked coach in his face and was like, "Coach, I ain't gotta take that. I'm getting a basketball scholarship." He said,
Shit.
"You can't take the scholarship if you don't pass the SAT." I was like,
Dang.
"What?"
What?
Bro, this was probably like we had this conversation like January of my senior year. I never took the SAT.
Dang.
I didn't take the SAT until April. First time. April, my senior
Dang.
year, after
By that
season,
time,
after everything.
yeah.
By the time hella schools jumped off.
Yeah.
The only schools that
Dang.
stayed with me were George Washington, St. Mary's, and San Jose to see if I was gonna pass or if I
Right.
was gonna have to do that Prop 48 and go through that whole Prop 48 little shit that they don't have anymore. But so I took my first time in May and I failed it. But what it did was like I failed it, I learned it, and then my mom and dad got me Jason's kid's tutor, who
Jason Kidd's tutor. All right.
tutored him for the SAT.
Right.
So she helped me like with it, but to be honest with you, bro, I cheated.
Oh shit! How do you even do that? Oh man, all good, bro. You ain't we don't even got to go there, bro. All
I
good.
don't even want to
Nah, it's all
get a
nah,
game away, but
nah,
it's
it's
all
all
the same
good.
test. It's all the
Uh,
same test. You just start on different pages.
all right, all right. So
I
you had
don't want to elaborate no
nah,
more than that, but
nah, it's all good, bro.
yeah,
So,
yeah,
uh,
yeah.
George Washington, you ended up transferring to San Jose State. How'd that work? How'd that happen?
George Washington was a roller coaster, bro.
Mm,
So George Washington, I had Penders, Tom Pen, was it Tom Penders? I had Penderson, and that team was stacked. So when I got to George Washington, mind you, I was like, other than the Vegas tournament, and I went to a tournament in Utah. I think I was probably like eighth grade. Other than that, I've never really been out of Oakland.
mm,
Like,
okay.
mom took me to Disneyland once. Like, those were like the three times I've been out of Oakland. Like, I've
Yeah,
never been out. Like, so when I took my visit, it was like culture shock, but it was DC, so it was Chocolate City, so it looked
yeah,
like Oakland.
yeah,
It was black people everywhere, it was everything. I'm like, damn, this shit feel like home. So that reason, I got a little bit of chicken, and then and the players was cool. So I'm like, nah, let me do it. And it was Atlantic 10, so Atlantic 10 was big there. That's when Xavier was big, David West was in there. That's when it was like it was a big conference. That's when Tempo was like dope. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So it was like that conference was big. So I'm like, man, I gotta play in this conference. I chose George Washington. So my freshman year, we had a player named Sir Valiant Brown. He was the second leading scorer in the nation. They called him like Baby Iverson. He was averaging like 27 a game. He
Damn.
barely missed out. I forget Buddy who beat him from Fresno State. Beat him by like point 0.2 points of a point to beat
Yeah.
him out for the scoring title. So we had him and we had my teammate Chris. Chris was, I think, either 11th or 13th in the nation in scoring.
Damn. So
So
that was that. Yeah.
that was just like our two guard and our small forward.
Yeah.
Like I was a scorer, they were scorers, but they was like upperclassmen, so they was ahead of me. So
Mm-hmm.
like Val was a sophomore, and I think Chris was a junior. And then we had Mike King, he was like All American honorable mention. He was like another small forward. So I had like real hoopers like in front of me. But
Yeah.
I was when I got there, I was a scorer. So it was like we was going at it. I remember like our inner team scrimmage when you have
Yep.
the blue versus white and all
Yeah.
that shit. 42 on the ass. Killing them.
Dang. Yeah.
Like
Giving them work.
nah, cause it was just like, all right, y'all here, y'all got the names, you got everything, but like I'm a bucket.
Yeah.
Like, and I know y'all and I've been practicing against y'all and I done figured all y'all out. 42 hella fast. But I wasn't gonna get no clock because they was like in the college basketball world, they got real numbers.
Yeah.
Like Val averaging 27, Chris averaging 21. Like Mike King averaging, I want to say 13, 14. So it's like I'm not cracking that.
Yeah.
So, but when it happening was my freshman year, when I first got to school, like, we was broke. We was poor, bro. Like when I first got to school, I went to school with like $80 in my pocket. And I had to like survive like 3 weeks till my mama got paid. So then she was gonna
Damn.
come help me get like the rest of the stuff I needed for college. Cause when I got there, all I had a dorm room and a bed, no covers, no pillow, no nothing. I just had a bed. It looked like a
Damn.
jail cell.
All right.
So all I had was suitcase, $80. Got to make it 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So I slept in the coach's office for 2 weeks. My first 2 weeks there, I just slept on the. He had heater in there, AC in there because it was summer. So I wasn't used to that humidity, that DC humidity either.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what the fuck is this? So he had the AC. I didn't have AC in my room. They had the AC, leather couch, big screen TV, all the channels and shit. So I'm like, man, I'm standing here. So I
Yeah.
slept on that couch for 2 weeks. So George Washington, everything runs off of when I was there, all the money you have for the school was on your student card.
Yeah.
So you load up your student card. That's how you can go to. get food and all that
Food and
shit. So
yeah.
they load up the money on the student card in the phone was you had a code. So you had to put a code in and then that's how I track your phone bill. I I ain't had no code, no money, no nothing. Like the secretary would, like if I need to make a call, she'll put the code in, blah, blah, blah. So I'll be calling home, calling home. Mind you, everybody else, I'm the only player from the West Coast on that team, everybody else from the East Coast. After a while, she just gave me the code, like, here, use the code.
Okay, I bet.
I ain't thinking nothing of it. So, call, use the code, but I'm calling California. So,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? As the season going on, they tore me off. I had my little chicken, so I had a little money and all that. So I'm just using the phone like regular. Then one fucking day, man, coach came in there like, the NCAA is investigating us for benefits. Like, what you mean? They was like, for the phone. Like, what you mean? They was like, y'all using the code. Yeah. But the secretary gave us the code. Yeah, we're using the
Yeah.
code. That's a violation.
Dang.
What you mean that's a violation? Calling home is a violation. Yeah, that's a
Right?
violation. That's considered a benefit.
Dang.
So
What?
then they call it, yeah, so they like, hey, so we'll let y'all know. So then it was like a day or two later, came back in and was like, hey, we need all y'all to pay y'all bill right now. Like y'all gotta pay y'all bill right now. And they gave us our bills. His bill like 400, his bill like 300, his bill like 600. It was four of us. My bill 1,800.
Damn, like how will pay this shit?
No, but listen. So he looked at me and everybody was like, "Man, we ain't paying." I'm like, "Man, I'm not paying this bill." He looked at me. He's like, "Yes, you is. We know you got it."
Mm. Dang.
Man, I'm not paying that bill. Next day, NCAA hit. Y'all got to pay this bill right now. Fuck. Pay the bill. Get suspended 11 games. Why the fuck I pay that bill?
Right.
Could have kept that
And
18. That
right.
18
Could have.
hurt too. I just had
Yeah.
my daughter too and everything, bro. That 1,800 hurt. Still got suspended. And then since my bill was the highest, they blamed me for it. So they said I gave the code to my teammate.
What?
I was on the front of the Washington Post sports section. Big ass picture of me. Phone code violation.
What?
Threw that shit all on me since my bill was the highest. Say I stole the code and gave it to my
Damn, they made
teammates.
a whole story on it too. Damn.
Whole story on it, bro.
Damn, that's
Like I'm talking
crazy.
about, I was in the Washington Post, bro. Like the front page,
Front
big
page on
ass
it.
picture, big ass picture in the front page. I got suspended 11 games. I got suspended the whole preseason my sophomore year. So I got suspended 11. I think two of my teammates got 3 games and one got 2 games. And then the whole coaching staff got fired. So they fired the whole coaching staff. Chaos. Fired the whole coaching staff. New coaching staff come in. None of us is his players. He got a style he want to run. He just came
Yeah.
from UConn. He was the associate head coach at UConn. So that's when they had Rip Hamilton, that Ray Allen. That's when everybody was running through UConn when UConn was the shit. So I had already had a stain on me. That 11 game, I had a black eye, but I was like one of the like I think Val entered the draft that year. He didn't get picked or he got picked late. So it was an open spot. Chris was still there. And then I was supposed to fill in that role of the 3 man. He was gonna slide to the two because he was 6'4", but he was like a strong ass 6'4". And I'm 6'7". So I was gonna slide to the three, he to the two, but I was suspended 11 games. So I missed all the preseason games. I was hella mad. Man, we had Maryland that year when they was ranked. We had Kentucky that year when they was ranked. That's when Chuck Hayes was on the team. I didn't get to play against Chuck, man. I missed all the fucking preseason. And then I had the stain on me from that suspension. So they was already kind of like side-eyeing me. I finally got to play. I started having some good games. Like Rasheed Butler was like, I think he was shit. Rasheed Butler was like top three in scoring in the NCAA at that time. He was in our league at LaSalle. And I had a good ass game. I had 20 something against him. And like I started kind of getting my feet wet, but then man, we had a fucking incident at the school, bro. Not at the school. So my friend, we had this dude that used to live in our dorm. He was a DJ. And so he like DJ like these like little small spots on like Tuesdays and Wednesdays and shit, like off days and shit. But he had a little following and shit. But we used to always go to always go to his parties. So like in DC at our time, like you got George Washington's in the middle of DC, you got Georgetown. From George Washington, you can walk to Georgetown in 20 minutes. Then you got Maryland. Maryland was like an hour. You got George Mason right over there. Then you got Townsend over there. You got all these colleges in a small ass area. So at that time, like our team was hella big with DC players and Baltimore players and New York players. So like we was hella popular in the city of DC. So like all the bouncers and all the big clubs used to come to our games and shit because they was friends with all the DC players and shit. But we had a crazy fucking team. Like that team was like nuts. When I say crazy, I'm not talking about like basketball wise, we was good, but it was like all hood niggas from everywhere. You had Baltimore hood niggas, DC hood niggas, New York hood niggas. I'm coming from Oakland. Like it was just a melting pot of just like fucking craziness, bro. Like even in the fucking my freshman year, the Rainbow Classic, we played in the Rainbow Classic my freshman year, and we got to a fight with Tennessee at the Hawaii Stadium. We beat the shit out them boys. Like on some real like that team was nuts, bro. I got stories for days, but like so what ended up happening, I went to that party and we in there chilling, vibing, DJ our boy, so he shout us out, GW basketball team in the house, everybody going crazy. Then you got the haters over here and they tripping. So afterwards, like this old school, so like he loading up his truck with his records because he spinning vinyl. So we helping him load up and all the shit. And then like I load the truck and I see some guys like looking at my teammate, and he was like, "Man, give me the blade." So dude passed dude like a blade. He's like, I'm about to go get him. So I'm seeing it. So I load the truck and I see it. So I walk over because then he started walking towards my team. Now I start walking towards him. I get to my teammate first and I kind of like push him, like boom, and I kind of like square the dude. I'm like, damn, what you doing? You about to try to stab me? And he started talking. We going back and forth. It's like four of them. He think it's two of us. So he's like, you talk shit, yeah. I'm like, damn, you need a blade to do all this, nigga. You ain't fight, bro. He's like, no, I don't need this. We fight. I'm like, man, what's up? He's like, yeah, let's go around the corner. Yeah. But what he don't know is like it's 11 of us. I'm like, all right, let's go around the corner. She's like, come on. So they start walking. I look at two of my teammates, and I was like, and they already knew what time it was. So they get around the corner, they turn around, spin to us. Me and my teammate walk around the corner, two of us. They like this, like, what's up? And then 9 more hit the corner, went to work. So we handled them for like 5 minutes. Then the police come. So we all scatter, right? So in the middle of the fight, one of the dudes try to like slide off and call some people. So I catch him, I'll take his phone and shit. So police come, so we take off. So what it is DC, we on 14th Street in DC. So 14th Street hella big. So it's like 4 lanes each way. So it's like 4 lanes like a fucking freeway, but it's a street. So it's 4 lanes going this way, 4 lanes going this way with a big ass divider. So we take off running. Ain't nowhere to really hide. So take off running, I hop over the divider. And at GW, we used to have these vans. So you could call these vans, they was like transportation vans. So like if you go out, you drinking or anything like that, they don't want people drinking and driving. So you could call in a van to come get you and take you back to your dorm. So I run, see one of the vans. I see this fucking lady that I know I'm cool with, this black lady, man. I'm like, fuck. So I run to the van. I jump in the van. I'm like, hey, take me to my dorm. Take me. She already knew me. I'm like, take me to my dorm. Police out here tripping. So we start riding, right? So it's looking like the police coming. So I'm like, I'm in the back, like, whew. And now I go like this, and I fucking feel a phone in my pocket. I don't want this phone. It's a van, so the sliding doors. We in mid drive. I kind of like crack the door and throw the phone out. Yeah. Why the lady slam on the brakes? Slam on the brakes. Jumps out the car. He got a gun. He threw out a gun and take off running. I'm in the back of the van, like police hit the corner. Oh my God! Arrested the whole thing, bro. Had to go to court. All that shit. Fucking. I like the crazy thing was I went to school for criminal justice. And one of my OGs kind of told me, like, man, you always in some shit. You need to go to school and make sure you get out of some shit. So I really took that to heart, went to school for criminal justice and caught that case, and I represented myself and won, bro. That shit was crazy. So then after that, I got suspended. I was suspended 11 games. Then that happened. So after that, they was like, man, you got to go. So they suspended me, but I won the case, so they had to reinstate me. but then I kind of like wore out my welcome at that point. So that's how I left and went to San Jose. Crazy. Did you mute? I can't hear you. Did you mute by any chance?
Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, yeah, there you
Yeah,
go.
all right. Yeah, no, I accidentally hit the mute button. Nah, man, that's wild, bro. That's wild. So how was it? How
Mhm.
did it end up being at San Jose State?
So after my freshman year, when the phone coach shit happened, everybody was like, "Man, you should transfer. Just get out of there. You about to get a new coach. Yada
Yeah,
yada. Just get out of there." Yeah, I was really supposed to go to Arizona State after my freshman year. So what they wanted me to do, they wanted me to transfer to San Jose City because if I think what was the rule? If I transfer from D1 to JC,
you didn't have to sit out.
I didn't have to didn't have to
Yeah,
sit. So Arizona State was like transfer to city where you could play. You don't have
yeah,
to sit. We'll sign you first signing period, and then you'll come to Arizona State and still have 2 years.
yeah.
So I was about to do that, but my dad talked me out of it.
All
He
right.
was like, "Don't." He's like, "If you go to D1, if you go from D1 to JC, it's gonna look bad on your name." And I listened to him. I wish
Mm,
I didn't. I wish I didn't, because that team they had, they needed a three. And at that time, the way I was playing and would have been playing in the Pac-12, I would have went to the league out of Arizona State if I'd have went.
but how do you know that Arizona State would have kept their word though?
I didn't.
Yeah.
But the thing was, my cousin was there, Jamal Hill was there. So I
So
knew.
you had some
And
plug. You
then
already had it up.
I had
Yeah.
plug. I knew. I knew it was set up for me to go there. Like all that shit was set up. So I didn't you could never say 100%. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
Jamal was there. They knew me. I done already had good games. It was set up. And this was before all the case and all of that stuff. So it was just like suspension for the phone call stuff. So they was like, you go there, we'll sign you, yada yada. Cause he was the two, I was the three, and ironically, Steve Moore, who played on Dominguez, was there too.
Mm. I bet y'all had some
So
stories to
I
talk
had two
about.
vouchers.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I
All
had
right.
two people vouching. So they was like, yeah, go do
Yeah.
that. So I let my dad talk me out. I stayed that extra year, got into that bullshit, had to leave. So when I left after my sophomore year, it was a pick between St. Mary's and San Jose. So two factors went into that. I didn't go to St. Mary's because Paul was there. P40 was there.
Yeah.
Marigny. So you gotta understand, at that time, me and him was teammates on Pro Am.
Right.
But at that time, like, could nobody fuck with me in Pro Am. And that's when Pro Am was like Pro Am. That's when all the pros was like really
Yeah.
playing. Like, I led Pro Am and scoring 5 years in a row.
Damn.
And three of them years was over 30. So that year, I think I was averaging like 33 and Paul was averaging like 28. But at that time I was in my bag. Like
Yeah.
at that point in time, you couldn't do shit with me. So like I thought if I went to St. Mary's, I would have stepped on his toe.
Mm. Mm.
And then so that was one factor. And the other factor was Phil Johnson, who was our head coach, just left the Bulls. He left the Bulls to take that job.
All right.
So, and Phil's brother was the head scout for the Charlotte Bobcats at that time.
All right.
So he had real NBA pull. And I was his first recruit, and he sold me a dream.
Yep.
I didn't you these coaches to tell you anything. So
Yeah,
like
bro.
you my first recruit. I know you can make it if you work hard, blah blah blah. Gave me the whole spiel. What I didn't understand was like so then it wasn't like now there's no transfer rule, no portal or anything. So I
Yeah.
had to sit out. So, I had to do that red shirt year.
Yeah.
So during that red shirt year, it was actually cool for me because I always played on the backup team. I always played on the set with the second unit.
Yeah.
So I'll be killing these
Yeah.
motherfuckers. Between Pro Am and that and my name, all the boosters was like juiced. Well,
Yeah.
we about to be nice. And we had this other player named Udi Baker, Carlton Baker. People don't know Carlton Baker's story. Carlton Baker was a McDonald's All-American until he punched a ref.
Mm.
He punched a ref mid-game and look him up, Carlton Baker.
Yeah.
The motherfucker was cold. Punched a ref. He signed with Kansas. Punched a ref. Lost his scholarship.
Yeah.
Wasn't a McDonald's no more. Went JC. Then became a JC All-American because that nigga was that motherfucking
Yeah.
nice. And then he signed with us. So I'm red shirting. He just signed. he putting up like 22 and 11, running through shit, killing
Yeah.
motherfuckers. But me and him is like battling in practice. So I'm like, man, next year we about to be hella good.
Yeah.
Like between him and me and the players we had, I'm like, oh, this shit about to be on. Fucking coach dickhead and all them fucking dickheads, man. Man, so Christmas coming around, he fly home. Caught in a snowstorm. Call the coaches, tell the coaches, hey, it's a storm. I'm not gonna be able to get out of here. We supposed to be back on the 26th. I'm not gonna be able to get out of here. All the airport closed. I'm probably get there like the 27th. Letting the coaches and them know, right? Motherfucker get there on the 27th and they treated him like he never called or nothing. It's 5 a.m. on the track, killing him, talking shit to him, killing him to they fucking broke his spirit and he snapped back and then they kicked him off the team and sent him home mid fucking season.
Dang.
How you, bro? He was averaging 21 and 10 at that time. 21 and 10. Like you gotta understand, he used to shoot hella high like Bill Cartwright,
Yeah.
but it was the softest fucking touch you ever see. Like you couldn't block it. Like you'd think somebody shooting this
Yeah.
high, it'd be hard. Man, that shit was soft in the motherfucker. Like he'd be killing you. And he was like sneaky long and sneaky strong, like 6'9", murdering everybody, bruh. And so he got sent home. And I'm watching them like, damn, these coaches is crazy. So then my redshirt year passed. So I killed Pro Am again that year, right? The coaches was like, we had a booster event, like a booster dinner before the season. So that year before I was averaging 31. This year I was averaging 33. Then I remember I was averaging 33 in Pro Am. And they all the boosters came to all my games, like they didn't miss a game. I'm going off on everybody. So when my junior year come around, everybody hype. We go to a
Yeah.
booster meeting. They all talk. Oh man, we can't wait till you get on the court. We was at all your games, and they like all the boosters showing me love. This motherfucker Phil Johnson, my head coach, was over here mad that they showing me
Dang.
love. We
Damn.
walk out. We walk out of the thing. He literally came up to me like, "Oh, you think you hot shit, huh? You think you the man, huh? Because all these boosters all
Dang.
on your dick. You think you the man. You blah 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 blah. I'm gonna show you, bruh. My junior year, I'm the best player on the team. That motherfucker wouldn't play me. He did not
That's
play me.
crazy.
Listen,
The
you could go
same
look
dude
up
that was
my
talking about my
stats.
first.
You my first recruit. You this, you that. Had to sit out the year. Came back. Oh, you think you hot shit? You think you could listen? You pull up my stats my junior year. You'll see when I started playing. So look, I'm getting like, bro, we played Stanislaus State, and I played 5 minutes.
That's
Like
wild.
San Luis Obispo, 8 minutes. Like, this motherfucker is not playing me. But this the thing, and this where I'm gonna really, like, really, really tell my full story at some point. I knew who I was, and I was really fucking good, and there's nothing you could say to me.
Yeah.
You could not convince me I was weak at all. There was no way you could convince me that. So we would practice. I'm on the backup squad, killing the starters. He'd be pissed every day because I'm killing them, and there's nothing you could do. Like you put me with them, we gonna beat y'all. There's nothing you could do. So he'd be mad at me every fucking day, and I would be loving it. So after every practice, me and my boy Mike, after every practice, we let them practice, everybody leave, we do our own separate extra hour. We go through our shooting, we go through all the shit. So I'm like, Mike was like super condition guy. Like he was the condition guy. And I was like the skill work. We an extra hour after every practice, we'd do our skill work. And it didn't matter, we didn't need coaches, we didn't nobody, it was just us two.
Yeah.
So we going through the season. We getting our ass whooped the whole season. Nobody can score really. Going through the season. Then we go play Hawaii at Hawaii. So we go through morning shoot around. Mind you, bro, we probably like 3-15,
Yeah.
something like that at this point. So we go through our little shoot around before the game. After shoot around, me and Mike, we on the court, getting it in. So coach not there. So all the other players they in the stands, full warm ups on, dressed in there talking, giggling, and all that shit. Me and Mike full sweat, dripping,
Yeah.
going at it, going through our shit. Coach walk in and we kind of stop. He look at us, then he look at them, and he look back, and you see them laughing and joking. He's like, "You motherfuckers in here smiling and all that shit, like we good, we motherfucking three and blah blah blah." Start going off on them, right? He's like, "Y'all motherfuckers sitting here and all that, and these motherfuckers don't even really play, and they out here busting their ass. You know what? Y'all starting tonight." That's how I
Okay.
got my start.
Dang. Putting in that work.
Put
Put
in
in,
work.
in that work.
And then I had
Man,
19-9 that game.
all right, all right.
Killed
Yo,
their
that
ass.
shit
19-9 that
that
game.
shit is
Out the gate.
wild, bro. That shit is wild. Yo,
Mm.
we gonna have to do a part two, bro. We gotta do a part two. I still got too many questions. We ain't even, bro. We about halfway through. I gotta go pick up my kids here in a bit, bro.
It's all good. We do a
Man,
part two.
we gonna do a part two. I'm gonna leave it at that, man. I'm not even gonna force it in there, bro. We just gonna do the part two, bro. We're gonna
It's
do
all
the
good.
part two, and I got the rest of the question because I didn't even really get to the real shit. But it's
Yeah.
all good, bro.
Yeah.
Again, hey, I appreciate you coming on. People who are tuning in, my man Marquin Chandler, stay tuned for the part two because we ain't done yet.
Yes, sir.
All right.
I get with you.